Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm the Mystical Intuitive, and today's pick a card reading is about your life in the next 5 years, and I'm gonna also give you some guidance. So yeah, I'm gonna give you some forecasts and predictions for the next 5 years and what's gonna happen in your life. Okay, for pile 1 we have the white agate stone. For pile 2 we have the carnelian stone. For pile 3, we have the tiger's eye. Okay, pick one of these 3 piles and then I'll see you at your reading. The white agate stone, this is your reading. We're looking at your life in the next 5 years, and I'm also going to give you some guidance. So let's see. For pile 1, what's their life? So this is your reading. We're looking at your life in the next 5 years, and I'm also going to give you some guidance. So let's see. For pile 1, what's their life like in the next 5 years? Oh, I'm hearing failed relationship. Queen of Wands. Failed relationship. I don't know if you're right now in a relationship right now, or you're seeing someone, or you've just, for some of you, the relationship already has failed in the past. The relationship, maybe you've had a breakup. There's a relationship that might fail in the next 5 years. Maybe you're attracting some lesson in love. 3 of Wands, Emperor. Or you could have had a lot of failed relationships in the past. And maybe your luck is ending, because I do see the Emperor here. That kind of gives me like a spouse energy. Ace of Pentacles. So there's an opportunity for a spouse. Could be also this Queen of Wands. Commitment, Queen of Swords. Yeah, she is like the ex-wife or ex-girlfriend. The widow, you know, she's the widow archetype, the Queen of Swords. For some of you, you might get divorced, or you've just divorced. We'll get some cards on that. Let me tune into the energy. I'm gonna actually pull one more card. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like with the Queen of Wands, maybe you've had a time period in your life where something broke down in your life. And that affected your confidence. It could be something to do with your job, your academic career, or finances, or love, or family. Maybe your physical appearance. There's something around that where that affected your confidence. And I'm seeing you in the next 1 to 2 years gaining like your confidence back, right? You're starting to hope again more for the future, because we have the 3 of Wands here, which is a card of expansion. You're looking ahead, you're restarting your life, new opportunities are coming, so this feels like a new beginning. Especially with the Sun here, it's like you are reawakening here. So yeah, you're stepping into your confidence in a way you've never have before, right? And there's a lot of expansion in your life, maybe traveling, again, new opportunities, broadening your horizons. You're no longer waiting for permission. You're no longer, you're not in the hangman energy anymore, where you are just accepting what life throws at you. You've kind of realized maybe, or you're about to, that if you want your life to go in a certain direction, that you're going to have to take action here with it, with the Queen of Wands as well. Because she takes action, right? That's fire. You're no longer waiting, right? You're creating the life that you want. Queen of Wands is also very charismatic. So maybe a lot of more people are going to be drawn to you, are going to be attracted to you. You're definitely going to maybe go through a glow up. Like for instance, if you've wanted to lose weight, I see you doing that. If you wanted to do some sort of cosmetic procedure, I see you doing that. You know, you're getting all the money that you need in order to do it. I definitely see you going through a glow up here and being more confident in the way you look, right? Queen of Wands is also a witch, so maybe you're gonna go into witchcraft. Maybe you're gonna work with a deity here. Yeah, I see you just becoming more confident and more self-assured here. And I feel like with the Emperor here, you're gonna establish real stability in your life, right? So this could be stepping into a leadership role. Maybe you're gonna get promoted to being a supervisor or something like that. Maybe you're gonna lead a team, or maybe you're gonna start your own business, right? Or there's some sort of mentor or authority figure who's gonna help you in work, who's gonna help you with an opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, this might also be, again, a spouse, especially if it's a masculine. They might bring in commitment here or an engagement. I can see you getting engaged here as well. This person might also be very, very financially stable here with the Emperor and the Ace of Pentacles. Very financially stable. And yeah, I see you getting more disciplined as well, more structured in your life. You know, you're building a strong foundation here. 4 is also the number of home. So maybe you're going to buy your own home. Maybe you have enough money for a deposit or something like that, for the mortgage and all that. For some of you with the 3 of Wands, I see you maybe relocating to a different country if that's what you want, especially. Ace of Pentacles is definitely maybe like a new job offer where either you're gonna be the leader, or there's gonna be a leader or mentor that's gonna help you, or you're really gonna like a new boss or something like that. I was a Queen of Swords. Oh, actually with the Ace of Pentacles, I see you also maybe investing in something. Could be, again, like maybe buying a house. That's also kind of an investment. But maybe buying stocks in investments. If you're not doing that, I would suggest that. Yeah, it's like, it feels like investments. Yeah, so with the Sun card and the Queen of Swords, you know, both these cards talk about having clarity and illumination. You know, the Sun is light. That's clarity, illumination. Queen of Swords is about logic, clarity. So I feel like if you kind of don't know what you want to do in life, do you want to get married, do you want to have children, all that, I see you getting clear on that here. All right, you're gonna get clear about what you want and who you are. I see you like maturing. This feels late 20s, 30s to me. This energy could be early 20s as well. But yeah, you're really gonna figure out who you are and what you want in life, right? And there's joy as well. Maybe you're gonna also become a bit more extroverted, maybe hang out more with people, get new friendships. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Two Swords, 4 Wands. Yeah, it's like you don't know whether you want to get married, whether you want children. That could tie back to maybe a failed relationship from the past. And maybe with the Sun card, you're going to let that go, right? Sun is also your happy ending. So maybe you're going to transform that pain of failed relationships in the past and get your happy ending here with the Emperor. Let's see. Who is this Emperor? What's going to happen between them? Page of Swords. I see you talking to someone that has the potential to end up in an engagement. 8 of Swords, but you're nervous. I see you being nervous here. So maybe you're gonna self-sabotage. So this might be a warning for you to not self-sabotage, because someone is coming who, the universe is sending someone to you who might be, has the potential to become your future spouse, but you might be self-sabotaging here. Yeah. Let's clarify the Ace of Pentacles. Five of Wands and Page of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. So that is, I feel like this is a new job here with the Ace of Pentacles, because you have the Five of Wands and Page of Pentacles. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are maybe either college students or just graduated, you're looking for your first job, or you already are in your first job. Maybe you have like very, junior level positions that you're in right now. And I see you getting a new job offer. You're going to have to work for it with the Five of Wands because there's a lot of competition. But I see you getting it. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some new cards for the next 5 years. What's going to happen in the next 5 years? Next 5 years. Next 5 years. What's going to happen? Lovers. Ooh, this is, you're attracting a relationship. A new relationship. Seven of Wands. Knight of Cups. But you having walls up. Someone wants to offer you love. And Seven of Pentacles. There's something about you have invested in something. Your time, your money, your effort. And it's kind of finally paying off here with the Seven of Pentacles. Two of Swords. I feel like you're still going to deal with like some issues where you're a bit closed off emotionally, especially with the Queen of Swords and the Two of Swords. That's something that you're going to have to deal with. I see you maybe having to learn a lesson about revealing your true self here with the Sun, standing in your truth. See how this person is healed, right? There's light in the heart chakra. Maybe you need to heal your heart chakra, but they're illuminated, exposed. They're not vulnerable. They're letting everyone see who they are, and they're shining, right? So that's what you need to learn, to be more vulnerable, to express your emotions more. That's a big lesson over the next 5 years. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to be through that lesson. You're going to learn that through a relationship. And depending how good you are going to do, you're either going to self-sabotage and not be vulnerable, not open up and push them away, or attract someone who's going to, kind of be a self-fulfilling prophecy, as in because you expect them to hurt you, they're gonna. Or you're gonna transform this energy, this Two of Swords energy and Queen of Swords energy of being closed off emotionally, and become the Sun, where you're open and vulnerable, open to love. There's something about heart chakra that needs to heal here, because you're too closed off. Yeah, Four of Wands. I see you maybe buying a new home, or maybe moving in with someone. Marriage, perhaps, here as well. Maybe starting a family. For some of you, you might get pregnant here. Especially if you've had issues here with the Queen of Swords. That can be the case. We have the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles. That definitely can be a child. And the Queen of Wands, she's fertile as well. On the original Rider-Waite deck, there's an imagery of a womb actually on her throne. So yeah, if you want children, I see you maybe having a child, because the Emperor is a father figure. So yeah, either you're going to attract someone, a father, or you're going to be the father. Or maybe this is like a surrogate or a sperm donor, I don't know. Yeah. With the Lovers, that's also about choices, right? So I see you maybe meeting someone like maybe 1 or 2 years from now. And you're going to be faced with a big choice. Maybe you're going to have 2 people that you're going to have to choose from. Or maybe you're going to have to make a decision to leave a current relationship or someone you're currently dating, or that you will be dating in the near future, and you're going to have to make a decision to them behind. And that's maybe when a new person can come in that you're actually meant to be with. With the Seven of Wands, I feel like you're going to feel defensive, right? You're going to feel like you need to protect yourself or set firm boundaries. And it's interesting because there's kind of two messages here. Setting boundaries and maybe leaving a relationship that's not good for you, but also not being closed off to people and not closing yourself off emotionally to people. So you need to find that right balance, right? You need to protect yourself and set firm boundaries, but allow people who are good to you in. And yeah, so it's kind of like you're gonna learn to only allow in what kind of aligns with your heart and values. You're gonna have like higher standards when it comes to dating and love as well. You're really gonna get clearer on what you want. And with the Knight of Cups, you know, that's romance. Someone coming in and trying to sweep you off your feet, right? Someone who's coming forward with genuine affection. Someone who's charming and romantic. So this is like a love offer. Date, you're going to get asked out or, yeah. And with the Seven of Pentacles, you're kind of also... Either you're gonna, if you've made investments in the past with your time, money and all that, you're gonna reap the benefits. If that's not the case, if you haven't really invested in your future, if you're just more living in the now, I see you starting to invest in the future, you know. Saving, I see you saving a lot of money, investing in yourself and maybe stocks, all that, you know. House, you're planting seeds, right, for long-term growth in your life. And then Two of Swords is again about making a decision, right? It's like I feel like you're gonna make a decision on whether you want to be in a relationship, whether you want to get married. Do you want to more focus on work or children, right? With the Four of Wands, there's a lot of commitment and partner energy. So I definitely see you guys attracting your future spouse. But again, I need to warn you guys, there might be some self-sabotage going on. Yeah, Ace of Swords. This is about clarity, making choices. You need to become very clear about what you want. Do you want a relationship or not? Do you want children or not? That's my biggest advice right now. Get clear on that, because then the universe can deliver, right? She's a bit wishy-washy on that. So, yeah, you need to trust the process of timing, right? Seven of Pentacles, that's patience. And you need to be clear with yourself about what you want here with the Two of Swords, and don't settle out of fear. You need to wait for the Lovers, you know, that deep soul connection. Someone who's you right. And then when love shows up, you need to be able to receive it. Don't block it off here, right? So yeah. Let's see, let's get one more card here. Let's ask actually, like, what is pile one gonna attract in love? Because I'm hearing failed relationship, but I'm also seeing like future spouse energy and marriage energy. So what is pile one gonna attract in love? Show me. Devil. Oh, that's like codependency, toxic habits. Yeah, there's something about you needing to reject toxic partners so that you can attract the Lovers. The Devil and the Lovers are kind of like the same but opposite, because on the original Rider-Waite, the Devil and the Lovers cards look kind of the same, you know, it's a couple. But the Lovers is more light energy, right? It's divine love, and on the Devil, it's all that's change, right? It's more toxic love. So you need to reject toxic love and attract the Lovers here. That's your mission over the next 5 years. We have Four of Pentacles. You're holding back your protection. Maybe you're afraid to date or something like that. You need to let loose. King of Pentacles. Yeah, you're attracting someone who wants to commit to you. But just be wary of toxic partners. Okay. So yeah, I see you attracting like the devil, toxic people, and like a future spouse. And you need to make the choice. You know, the healthy option is what you need to choose. So what's going to happen over the next 5 years? Tell me. For pile 1. I'm hearing children. Children. One of your children is going to look like you. They're going to have your face. Yang energy. Yeah. Proactivity, expression, doing forward emotion. Yeah. So you need to act. That's what you need to do. In the next 5 years, you're not going to be passive. You're going to act. You're going to start projects. You're going to become motivated. You're going to become more sure of yourself. You're going to become more confident. And if that's not something that you're already feeling, you need to do that, you know? We have here the second house. Yeah, there's something also about money. Like you're going to create financial stability. If you've been struggling, I see you financially doing good. Yeah, some sort of job, maybe a pay raise or something like that. To see like multiple income streams. 3 of the third house. Early learning, childhood, relationship, the rational mind. Yeah, community. I see you maybe also moving to a different community. Maybe some of you are going to graduate and get your degree here as well. This also seems to me like a mother and a child. So again, you might have children. Aries energy, yeah, action, independence. So you might, if you're living with someone, maybe still with your parents or something, or if you're dependent on someone else, I see you becoming independent. You know, you're the Queen of Wands. You're no longer depending on other people financially, emotionally. You're going to step into your power here. It's a beautiful energy. Scorpio, intensity, exposing, yeah, purging and renewing. You're going to purge a lot of negativity. I see you doing some shadow work and you're going to step into your light, right? You're going to feel renewed here. I see lighter energy around you, right? And you're going to become more vulnerable and you're going to attract an intense, deep loving connection, right? You're going to expose yourself more to others. You're going to become more vulnerable. Chiron. Wherever your Chiron is in your chart, you're going to maybe focus on that lesson. So look that up. Hurt and heal. Yeah, so I see you healing from something. Healing your heart chakra especially. Because there's some issues around that. Okay, that's what I have for you, pal. And I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And if you want a private reading with me, you can always email me. My email's in the description box below. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Okay, part 2, the Carnelian stone digital reading. We're looking at your life in the next 5 years, and I'm also going to give you some guidance. So let's see what's part 2's life going to look like over the next 5 years. The Carnelian stone digital reading. We're looking at your life in the next 5 years, and I'm also going to give you some guidance. So let's see what's part 2's life going to look like over the next 5 years. We have the Page of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, Judgment card, Daughter of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. Okay, Page of Swords, that's the student card. It's about learning, right? So maybe you're gonna start a new study if you wanted to go back to school, especially with the Judgment. It's like renewal energy. You're definitely going to do that. Maybe you're gonna get accepted into your dream school or your, yeah, dream program or something like that. Maybe it's something like very prestigious here with the 6 of Wands. You know, that's for me, that's about prestige. Yeah, maybe I see you, if you're already like studying right now, I see you graduating here. Maybe you're going to get your first job here as well, because pages are, you know, they're initiatives, not initiatives, but, you know, it's like junior level positions, right? They're novices. So yeah, maybe your first job. And I see you maybe talking to a lot of people, you know, dating a lot of people, getting a lot of attraction or a lot of attention here because you look good. Yeah, I see you talking to a lot of people, dating, you know, putting yourself out there. Maybe that's a bit scary for you, but you're being noticed here with the Six of Wands. I can even see that someone from the past might be coming back, someone that you maybe walked away from, someone trying to rekindle stuff. It's up to you if you want to go back. So yeah, just take what resonates. But with the Page of Swords, you also are in a energy where you're kind of, you know, starting to learn new stuff, starting to get more knowledgeable. Maybe you're gonna start a new practice or start receiving more knowledge about spirituality or psychology. I see you learning new stuff, right? You're collecting new knowledge, you're observing, and you're kind of figuring out where you stand maybe when it comes to religion, politics. I see you kind of maybe going through a transformation in the way you think about things, in your beliefs. There's also something about maybe overthinking here. Maybe you overthink a lot. Maybe you have anxiety. Maybe you're going to get help for that. Maybe you're also going to go to a therapist or something like that. That might be very beneficial for you. But you might be tackling this issue of overthinking and negativity and fear. Maybe your nervous system is kind of overactive. And yeah, I see you got kind of working on your mental health here with the Page of Swords. Maybe you've been through a very dark time. But you kind of feel curious about life again. Maybe you felt restricted in the past due to fear here, and maybe still, but you're curious here and you want to expand your life, you know. So I see you, there's something about something that's making you fearful, or something that's making you have self-doubt, or there's maybe outside pressure. That's something that you're going to work on. It's something that you're going to walk away from. Maybe you're going to care less what people think of you. Yeah. And with the Six of Wands, you're going to get recognition for something, right? An award, maybe a lot of followers online. I see you maybe, you know, having a lot of admiration around you. A lot of people notice you. Maybe your work, maybe your business. Maybe you sell stuff online. Maybe you make art or something like that. But I see you having like recognition, success, validation. This could be in career or your studies, or even socially. Maybe you become more popular. Maybe you're going to make new friends. And people are starting to notice you, right? There's definitely this moment in the next 5 years where you have like this moment of pride and achievement. And you're like, yes, I did it. There's something that you're so fearful about. And you're going to overcome your fears and you're going to do it, right? There's something that you thought was impossible to do, like you gave up on it. But there's a new opportunity. Your judgment is renewal. Something that once was dead, coming back to life. So you're getting a second chance to do something, right? And again, I see you going through a spiritual awakening because of some mental health issues or dark times, right? That oftentimes can trigger a spiritual awakening. Maybe also a big life decision that's making you kind of nervous, maybe like relocating, especially with Eight of Cups. I might see you relocating to somewhere else. It might be tied to your career or your studies or relationship. Maybe you're going to meet someone and then you guys are going to move towards them. Yeah, and after this awakening, spiritual awakening, you kind of, you know, enter a stage of like fresh inspiration here, adventure, new energy. You're more energized, right? It's like you're starting a new chapter in your life and you're more excited. It's not this heavy energy of the Eight of Swords, right? Where you're paralyzed. You know, the Daughter of One, she's bold, she's fearless, right? And she explores new opportunities. Yeah, you're going to feel a lot more lighter and more passionate and more daring, I guess. You're going to go after what you want. And yeah, with the Eight of Cups, I see you maybe walking away from something that no longer serves you. It could be these fears, you know, that's holding you back. Or overthinking or overanalyzing or criticizing yourself too much. Could be like maybe you're leaving behind an old job or an unhealthy relationship or maybe, again, outdated beliefs. And yeah, you kind of free yourself emotionally from something that's no longer fulfilling you, right? So I would say don't let fear stop you, you know, from seeking new knowledge or new experiences or learning about new stuff, broadening your horizons intellectually. Go explore intellectually. Go explore new values and norms and all that. And when success comes, accept it. Here with the Six of Wands, don't fear success. And listen to your intuition here, because your angels or your spirit guides or the universe or God is kind of calling you. They're, you know, judgment is about the hearing the call, right? So you're going to get signs, intuition. So listen that, right? You're being guided here right now by a higher power, you know? And it's time to level up. You know, judgment for me is also about leveling up, going to the next level. Embrace curiosity here with the Page of Swords. Be courageous here with the Daughter of Wands. And trust that walking away from something that's no longer fulfilling you will lead to something better and more fulfilling, right? It's a beautiful energy. Okay, let's see what else is going to happen in the next 5 years. Queen of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the Empress card. Ace of Pentacles, Chariot, beautiful, and the Queen of Cups. For some of you, you might have a child. Empress, Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, that's might be pregnancy. Maybe you've had a hard time, maybe for some of you here with the Queen of Swords, but I see you getting pregnant. There's something here with the Chariot where you're gonna have some sort of success, especially with the Six of Wands also present in the spread. There's something that you've always wanted to do. There's something that you want to overcome or achieve, and you're gonna do it. With the Queen of Swords, I also see you setting more boundaries. I see you working on your self-love as well here with the Empress. And, you know, you're going from this Eight of Swords energy and the Page of Swords energy of overthinking, overanalyzing, to the Queen of Swords, which is all about clarity and discernment, right? That's something that you're gonna have. It's interesting because pile 1 was also about clarity. So maybe it's just something in the collective right now where people are going to gain clarity in their life about what they want in life. And yeah, you're going to cut through the confusion, right? You're going to set boundaries and you're going to make smart choices for yourself. Trust your intuition. You know, again, Judgment card. Listen to the call. Listen to what signs you're getting. And it's definitely a period in your life over the next 5 years where you're going to develop mental strength. There's so much focus here on your mental health and your beliefs and all that, and this, right? And you're focusing on maybe strategy, right? Making a plan for your life. You're focusing what's truly important here, and you're gonna move into a period of nurturing here with the Empress. You're gonna become nicer to yourself. Maybe there's also something about the mother. Maybe you have some sort of difficult relationship with the mother. Yeah, especially with the Three of Pentacles, where a mountain is on the card, which is obstacles. I see you overcoming those obstacles. Maybe Queen of Cups, maybe you're going to get a better relationship with her. Or maybe for some of you, trigger warning here. Maybe she's no longer in your life for whatever reason. And I see you maybe healing that, or maybe healing some sort of mother wound as well. Maybe you had a very critical mother. Maybe that's why you're so critical of yourself. And I see you maybe healing that as well. So a lot of focus here on your mental health, right? And with the Empress, that's also about creation. So again, could be a child, could be that you're creating something, a book, a business, a cake business or something like that, where you're selling cakes or something like that. There's something that you're creating, right? And the Empress is abundant, right? Fertility. So yeah, I see you having more abundance in your life. And the Empress is also feminine energy. So you're stepping more in your feminine energy. Maybe you're going to go through a glow up. You're going to become more attractive. Yeah, you're going to feel more beautiful and you're going to love yourself more. You're going to love your life. You're going to beautify your life, right? Maybe you're going to buy a home that's really beautiful, or you're going to care more about your style, your hair. You're going to beautify yourself. And with Three of Pentacles, you know, you're collaborating maybe with someone. You're going to work with others. You're going to work in a team. You're going to build partnerships. You're going to find mentors. You're going to find people who help you along the way, right? Again, Three of Pentacles is also about being recognized for your skill. So you're being recognized for something. Yeah, so definitely like some sort of career or study progress here that you're gonna experience. And Ace of Pentacles, that's really nice. You know, big opportunity, new opportunity coming in, new job, financial growth, a home, a long-term investment, engagement could be for some of you. Maybe you're gonna get engaged, maybe you're gonna find a wife, or you are going to become the wife. So a feminine energy in this chart. If you're looking for a feminine, I see you attracting a feminine. If you are a feminine yourself, I see you just working on yourself and stepping more in your feminine energy. And yeah, with the Chariot, I just see you, you know, building more momentum in your life. You know, you feel driven, you feel focused, you feel unstoppable. You're gonna go after what you want. You're very focused, right? Fearless. You're gonna overcome some sort of fear. Chariot is also travel. Maybe you're gonna relocate. You know, that goes back to the Eight of Cups. It's like you're gonna take control of your over your life path, right? And you're gonna also become more determined here. With the Queen of Cups, I also see you maybe working on your emotions and nurturing yourself more. I see you maybe balancing your emotions more, and you're gonna feel more fulfilled emotionally. You're gonna feel more safe to open up your heart to people. And I see you just being more connected to people, and you're nurturing your connections, whether it's friends or love. If you're already in a relationship, I see you staying in the relationship. Wait, actually, I'm going to take that back, because I can't say either way. For some of you, if it's like a good relationship, you're gonna stay. It's gonna go to the next level, maybe possibly an engagement. But for some of you with the Ace of Cups, I do see you maybe walking away from partnerships that no longer fulfill you, or yeah. But either way, I feel like emotionally you're gonna feel more fulfilled. You're gonna feel more open, right? So over the next 5 years, you need to use your wisdom here with the Queen of Swords. You need to become smart, right? But don't block off your emotions. You also need to be emotional and nurturing. I see you balancing that out, right? Maybe you've been too much in your masculine energy, and you're gonna step more into your feminine energy. So those two, you're gonna be balanced between your masculine and feminine. Could also be the opposite. Maybe you were too much in your feminine energy, and I see you maybe building more your masculine energy, but there's balance here, right? Between logic and emotion here. And maybe you're going to collaborate with someone here as well. So if there are opportunities to collaborate with someone, do that, right? Because success will come into your life with the right people by your side, you know, people that are skillful. And definitely say yes to new beginnings here with the Ace of Pentacles. Say yes to opportunities. Don't be fearful. And stay disciplined here. Stay focused on what you want to achieve. Don't let doubt or fear get you off your path, right? And balance ambition with your emotional self-care. You know, take good care of yourself. Nurture yourself. Be nicer to yourself here, right? Let's see, over the next 5 years, what's going to happen into their life. South Node, yeah, you're going to let something go. Something that's no longer fulfilling you. The third house. You know, again, this is your learning. Third house is Gemini, that's intellect, so it could be something to do with your studies. Maybe you don't know what to do. Maybe you don't like your studies and maybe you're going to switch your studies or something like that. There's something about getting clarity on what you want to do in life and for studies. Third house is communication, so maybe you're going to start, I don't know, a podcast. Maybe you're going to start making content creation. Something about you communicating or expressing yourself more. Maybe learning a new skill, coming across new knowledge. Aries, independency, bravery. Yeah, you need to become brave in life. You need to go after what you want. Aquarius. Don't fit in with the crowd, you know. Be your own person. Don't believe in things just because everyone around you believes it. Don't do stuff because, you know, it's expected of you. No, be yourself, your own individual. It's your life. You're going to have to live with all your decisions and all that, not other people, right? Cardinal energy. Bravery again. Yeah, there's something about you needing to be brave. And opposition. I feel like you are your own opposition. It says here imbalance. Yeah, there's some sort of imbalance in your mental sphere or your emotional world where you're kind of going towards an extreme, you know, overthinking, maybe being too hard on yourself, some sort of emotional instability. And I see you balancing that out. So that's really nice. I'm kind of curious what you're kind of walking away from. So let's put some cards on that. What is she walking away from? Or he, sorry. What are they walking away from? What is pile 2 walking away from? 5 of Wands, conflict, tension, drama. 7 of Wands. 5 of Wands is also competition. Maybe you think you're not good enough. 7 of Wands is standing your, having defenses, standing your ground, hermit, isolation, wisdom, magician. Yeah, this has something to do with you're probably, you know, walking away from these fears. That's the thing. Isolating yourself. Thinking you're not good enough. Thinking that other people are better. Whether it's maybe in love. Maybe you think you're not good enough. Maybe for jobs or whatever you want to do. You can do it, okay? Just don't let your fears lead you, okay? That's the most important thing here. That's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And if you want a private reading with me, you can always email me. My email's in the description box below. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Okay, pile 3, the tiger sign. We're looking at pile 3, the tiger sign. We're looking at your life over the next 5 years. And I'm also going to give you some guidance. We have the 3 of Swords, the Temperance card, King of Cups, the Hermit, Ace of Cups. I feel like this is a pile where you've been single for a very long time. And you're going to find new love here, this King of Cups. Maybe you've been waiting for a long time. Maybe because of some sort of disappointment in love or heartbreak that was very difficult for you to get over. Empress, yeah. Maybe I see you getting married, having children here. So this is love. Heavy focus on love here. I think with the Hermit card, you've also maybe been self-isolating, maybe because you went into deep introspection here with the King of Cups and evaluated your emotions as well. But I see you forming new social connections with people, especially like maybe women here with the Empress card. Maybe you're going to get new friends here as well. But yeah, there's something here about, because we have the Three of Swords here. So that's your start, right? Maybe you're healing from heartbreak. Maybe you're healing from disappointment. Maybe something didn't go as planned. Something broke down in your life, right? A study or job, finances. There's something here. Some sort of wound. And yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be about love here in the Three of Swords. It can be like a broken expectation or struggles that kind of left emotional scars here, right? And definitely what I'm feeling here is that the pain won't define you, right? It doesn't define you. But it's your starting point. So maybe this already happened or is about to happen. But then you're going to step into balance here with the Temperance card. You're going to step into patience and spiritual alignment, right? You're going to learn how to manage any extremes. You know, you're going to get rid of bad habits. You know, maybe you're going to eat healthier, you're going to work out. Maybe you're going to watch less TV or less. And maybe you're going to be less on your phone or on social media. I see you creating more healthier habits for yourself, right? Maybe you're going to start meditating and you're definitely going to find inner peace and kind of slowly rebuild your life, right? This is a period of moderation and healing and divine timing. It's a time of patience, right? Nothing is going to be rushed here with the Temperance, right? And with the King of Cups, I see some sort of mature or emotional stable figure entering your life, you know? This could be a mentor, a guide, or again, this might be a partner because I strongly feel that some sort of romantic connection coming in here, especially with the Ace of Cups. And yeah, I feel like as well you're going to develop emotional mastery, especially because it's next to the Temperance card and the Hermit, which is Temperance is about balancing, moderation. Hermit is very wise. It's someone who's going to is someone who's very introspective. So yeah, you're going to become more emotionally intelligent or more emotionally stable, and yeah, you're going to learn how to stay more calm and compassionate and resilient no matter what happens, right? You're definitely going to heal this Three of Swords here. And this is definitely a time of deep self-discovery here with the Hermit, right? You're kind of stepping back from the world here. You're going to focus on your study or personal growth or spiritual development. And one thing as an advice, you know, don't fear solitude, right? Solitude sometimes is good because it's prepping you. And it's giving you time to kind of evaluate yourself and to restart your life. And the Hermit is also about wisdom, right? So let wisdom guide your future path. Let your intuition guide your future path. And yeah, there's definitely a new beginning in love coming in. And some sort of emotional renewal, right? There's definitely new people coming in, new connections, whether romantic or platonic. Yeah. And with the Empress, you could be going through a glow up, losing weight, getting a cosmetic procedure done. You could also become pregnant here. Empress is also about creation, not just children. So you could create a new project, art, a book, anything, a new business. So trust that healing has a purpose, right? Even if you're isolating, that's not time wasted, right? Don't rush the process. You know, balance is also key here. Stay grounded. Yeah. Tell me more for pile 3. What's coming in their life in the next 5 months? What's going to happen? Yeah, I'm hearing again, new friendship. Yeah, you're definitely going to make new friends. 2 cups. Wow, you're going to meet some sort of soulmate here. 4 swords. Healing, resting, relaxing. This is not a time of action for you. It's more a time of healing, solitude, reflecting the world. Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Star. Yeah, healing. You're in a healing journey right now. With the Star card, you might also get more recognition, more new followers online if you have some sort of following. Some sort of fame could be for some of you. You're gonna be seen or something like that. Be careful of people deceiving you, lying to you with the Seven of Swords. You might be attracting people who only want lust here with the Ace of Wands. Focus on the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Those are meaningful relationships. People who are interested in you, not just your body, right? So be careful of that. Maybe you've, in the past, maybe attracted a lot of people who are only interested in you for your looks, or it was just very passionate, a lot of sparks, but then the sparks kind of fizzled out. People became a bit shady or not consistent, and that's something that you need to stop, that cycle. And you need to go for the Two of Cups, you know, people who consistently and emotionally invest in you and who are interested in you as a person. Also, Seven of Swords is about self-sabotage, so be careful about that. With the World card, I definitely see you graduating here. If you're in college right now, and I definitely feel like you're gonna get more hope here, because you start with the Three of Swords, you know, you're disappointed, and then I see you getting hope here, right? You're finally feeling inspired again, and you're gonna heal. And even if you face difficulties, you know, the universe is kind of guiding you towards clarity and renewal here with the World card. It's a new cycle. You finished the lesson here, and I feel like the lesson is about shady people, people that lie to you, or, you know, passionate new connections, and you're stepping into a new cycle, right? That's the next 5 years, you know, you needing to learn this lesson here. And that's maybe why you're going on the inside and retreat here with the Hermit, because you're kind of learning to not get emotional validation from other people. And with the Star card, I would also advise you to dream big, right? Don't hold yourself back. And after then, you know, this period of rest and introspection and retreat here, especially with the Four of Swords, again, it's not stagnation, right? It's just a pause to recharge and reflect and process lessons, meditation and self-care. That's maybe something that you should do. It's like very important for you. Self-care, nurturing yourself, meditation. And yeah, you're definitely going to reach a big major milestone here or achievement. This again could be graduation or career success or completing some sort of significant life chapter here, right? You're celebrating and you're on to the next level and opening new doors. But be careful for deception here or misunderstandings, or yeah. I think you're going to find yourself in situations where you need to be very strategic and cunning, because you're going to maybe attract people who are maybe Machiavellian or narcissistic, maybe at work or school, or people trying to spread lies about you. And there's something about you needing to take action against that, or knowing when to act and when to hold back, not to act impulsively. That's the other side of the Ace of Wands. And there's definitely going to be a lesson to not ever trust everyone here, right? But I see you definitely going into a fresh new start here of passion, of creativity, new opportunities. There might be some sort of personal project that you're going to do. Maybe you're going to write books here, because he's holding books, this person. Yeah, this definitely, after this rest period, I see you taking like inspired action. But for now, it's just about resting and healing. And once you recharge, that's when you act. Act on your dreams here. Think big. And I definitely see you being healed, you know, after 5 years and living a good life, you know, going after dreams. Let's see, what else for pile 3? What will happen over the next 5 years? Any guidance? The Moon, 5 of Wands, 6 of Cups, Knight of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. I feel like with the Moon, you're gonna face some sort of uncertainty or illusions or hidden truths. You know, that goes back to the 7 of Swords. There might be some things where people around you here with the 5 of Wands might be hostile or lying to you. There might be relationships that are gonna break down. You're gonna see the true faces of people. So trust your intuition here with the Moon, right? Pay attention to any subtle signs or red flags from people and try to get clarity. Try to navigate through this confusion, right? I feel like your emotional sensitivity or emotional world is going to be heightened here, right? So practice being grounded here, especially with the Temperance card. Ground yourself. And yeah, there's competition here maybe also around you. People maybe being jealous of you, maybe trying to copy you. There might be some conflicts in love or career or personal life, you know. And I feel like the lesson here is about learning to be resilient, to problem solve, not to trust everyone, and kind of standing up for yourself here. And with the 6 of Cups, you might, you know, reconnect with old friends, maybe a past romantic interest if you're interested in someone from the past. Maybe you're gonna become more connected to your inner child here. Maybe you're gonna have a child here with the 6 of Cups. For some of you, if you already have children, I see you maybe attracting someone new who's gonna accept your children and becomes a sort of parental figure to them. 6 of Cups is all about nostalgia and the past. So maybe you're really reminiscing on the past. And maybe you're also healing your childhood. Yeah, yes. There's something about you. Maybe this is a time of processing and healing. So maybe you're going to just process the past. With the Knight of Cups, I see new love coming, right? Someone who is romantic. Someone who's going to pursue you. Who's going to give you like romantic gestures as well. Someone who's good with their words. Yeah. And with the Knight of Pentacles, that's really nice because that's the end card, right? And that's Knight of Pentacles is about independence, you know, personal achievements, abundance, financial stability, self-confidence, and kind of enjoying the fruits of your hard work, right? So even though I don't see that you need to do a lot of work, this is more so a time of healing and introspection and all that and relaxing. I do see you ending up being financially stable and independent, right? Nine of Pentacles is also someone who's very all about, you know, self-love and someone who values themselves. Someone who likes their freedom as well, personal space. So maybe you're going to become more like that, you know, that you need to be more independent. Yeah, I also see you again, maybe improving your self-confidence. You're going to become more confident. And I would definitely advise you to trust your intuition, you know, when things become clear. Trust your intuition. When something feels off with people, you know, in romance or friends or family, trust that. And embrace any challenges as growth opportunities here with the 5 of Wands. Don't let conflict steer you away from your dream life or from pursuing stuff, right? And with the 6 of Cups, maybe it's time to kind of connect with things from the past that made you joyful, maybe starting old hobbies again or doing old things they used to do. Maybe reconnecting with people from the past. And yeah, I feel like also follow your heart and your passion, right? With the Knight of Cups, because the Knight of Cups follows our heart. So do something that makes you kind of fall in love with life again, or something that you're really excited about, maybe a hobby or creating something. And cultivate independence. Don't depend too much on other people. You're really going to learn that over the next 5 years, because there might be a lot of people who are going to disappoint you. So, and that's because I feel like you're supposed to become more independent here, and not so dependent on others and their words and their validation, right? Yeah, so that's really nice. Well, that's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you think of the reading. And if you want a private reading with me, you can always email me. My email's in the description box below. Have a good one. Bye bye.